White Settlement, Texas is the city that we're doing a deep dive on today. We're checking out White Settlement's history, what it's like to live in White Settlement, and we're also going to take this opportunity to check out the affordability, the lifestyle, and White Settlement real estate. This in-depth approach is going to allow us to compare the city to all of the other cities in the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. So if you've been thinking of moving to White Settlement or simply want to learn more about the city, this is the video for you, because we're covering everything you need to know about White Settlement, Texas. White Settlement is located 9 miles west of downtown Fort Worth and has 2 major highways connecting it to the rest of the DFW Metroplex. You have Interstate 30 running east to west on the south side of the city. Then you also have Interstate 820 running on the west side of town. So if you're trying to get to downtown Fort Worth to check out Sundance Square, give yourself at least 16 minutes. And if you want to check out Clyde Warren Park in Dallas, you're looking at 40 minutes. Now, if you need to catch a flight at the DFW International Airport, you're looking at 30 minutes. And I share these highly frequented locations because at one point or another, if you're going to live in White Settlement, you're going to go to Fort Worth, you're going to go to Dallas, and you're going to catch a flight. But to give you a better perspective on what commute looks like for White Settlement residents, you're looking at 24.9 minutes, which that's the average commute time for the residents of White Settlement, which happens to be lower than the DFW average commute time of 28 minutes. So now that we know where in the world White Settlement, Texas even is, I want to welcome you to the DFW Homeowner YouTube channel, the go-to real estate channel for the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. My name is Jaime Resendez, your local realtor and team leader, able to help you make money in real estate, whether you're buying or selling. And we're on a mission to reach every DFW resident. So if you can hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell, that's going to really help us out. All right, so let's get back to White Settlement because this is what you came for. White Settlement, Texas is located in Tarrant County and was established in the early 1800s. And while it grew significantly in its early history, it wasn't until the mid-1900s where it really started expanded extremely rapidly. One of the major reasons is because of its proximity within Fort Worth, to where now present day White Settlement is home to over 18,000 residents. So to add some additional context to the city of White Settlement, we're going to introduce an external resource in niche.com, which interprets millions of public data sets on cities all across the country. And as you can see, White Settlement has received a B grade from Niche, having aggregated the 12 categories you see on the screen. Now that's what the algorithm has to say, but what rating would White Settlement residents, current and former, give the city? Well, according to the average of 24 reviews so far, they give White Settlement 4 stars out of 5. Now there's plenty more in this White Settlement report, so I'll link it down below for your review, because now we need to move forward and talk about the recreation scene in White Settlement. The city of White Settlement features more than 200 acres of developed parklands with 3 community parks, 2 neighborhood parks, and 1 recreation center. So if you're looking to participate in just about any athletic activity, White Settlement has you covered. Or you could also cool off at the Splash Days Water Park, or just volunteer in any initiative that you hold near and dear. All right, so now let's look at one of the most important requirements for every resident, which is the school system. Because regardless if you're a renter or a homeowner, the school system impacts you directly, because it's going to affect the property rate that you pay, it's going to affect the resale value on your home, and it's also going to impact the amount of rent that you're paying, because the more prestigious and acclaimed districts tend to have the most demand, thus the higher rents. White Settlement ISD currently serves more than 7,000 students who reside within city limits and also the western portion of the city of Fort Worth. The district includes 9 schools and has more than 1,000 employees. You're looking at 4 elementary campuses, a fine arts academy, an intermediate school, a middle school, a high school, and an alternative campus. Now, when it comes to the students per teacher ratio, you're looking at 16:1, which is 1 off than the state average of 15:1. And when it comes to the percentage of teachers with 3 or more years of experience, you're looking at 67%, which is far lower than the state average of 84%. Now, given that I'm a real estate agent, there's certain things that I'm not able to share on the school district, so I'll link a full report down below for your review. But something that I am a little bit more at liberty to discuss is the Chick-Fil-A situation. So you have to ask ourselves, is there a Chick-Fil-A in White Settlement? And I'm happy to report that the city of White Settlement does have a Chick-Fil-A. All right, so I'm only half joking about that requirement. That might be way more important for me than it is for you. But something that might be important for both of us is the real estate situation. Because regardless if you're a renter or a homeowner, real estate impacts you directly regardless of the city that you live in. The median home value in White Settlement is $237,971, which is after a dramatic 16.9% rise over the past year. Now, as you might have noticed, home values over the past decade were already going up. However, nothing could have prepared us for that dramatic rise that we saw over the past year. So if you've been patiently waiting on the sidelines before purchasing, waiting for home values to come down, you might soon get your wish. So now that we know that the median home value in White Settlement is $238,000, let's compare that number to the surrounding cities. The median home value in Lakeside is $180,000. In Lake Worth, it's $255,000. In Sansom Park, it's $215,000. In River Oaks, it's $230,000. In Westover Hills, it's $2.34 million. In Fort Worth, it's $327,000. And the median home value in Benbrook is $328,000. So as you might have noticed, outside of that one outlier of Westover Hills, which happens to be the most prestigious part of Fort Worth, the rest of the cities surrounding White Settlement are fairly affordable. But let's take it one step further. How much home can you actually afford for $238,000 presently in the city of White Settlement? All right, so by the time you're watching this video, chances are those homes that you just saw have already sold. But if you're not, for our preferred homes list in the city of White Settlement, check out the link down below, which now is actually a great time to share with you exactly how to calculate your monthly mortgage payment for the city of White Settlement. So I'll link a video right here that's going to show you exactly how to do that, which is mandatory watching, especially if you're coming in from out of state, because the way that we do property taxes is drastically different than how most other states operate, given that we have some of the highest property tax rates in the country. But let's be fair, we do not have state income tax, which is actually a great lead into our next category, which is the cost of living. Overall, the cost of living in White Settlement is less than the national average by 6.7%. From a groceries perspective, you're paying 3.5% less. On housing, you're paying a whopping 34% less than the national average. On utilities, you're paying just about the same. And from a transportation perspective, you're paying 13.1% more in White Settlement than the national average. So at this point, you might be thinking, Jaime, White Settlement sounds like the city for me. If that's you, congratulations. I want to invite you to connect with our top realtors, link down below. But if you're still on the fence, that's okay too. I want to give you two comparable cities to consider. I want you to check out the city of Crowley, and I also want you to take a look at Saginaw. But under no circumstances should you check out the city of